Sorry, I've just been getting chased, sorry. Simone, you've been producing all the quotes the last few press conferences. Do you feel like this season has a bit of the last dance feel about it?
I haven't thought about it like that. I haven't, because honestly, it was just, I know I've been hearing about last Sunday's comments, but this week has been an important week for us to have a good week, focus on the game and get out here and have a good game. I know that's pretty boring, but that was the important step for us this week. So I'm really pleased that it was a tough game out there. I know at the end of the score didn't show that, but it was a tough game and I loved the way that we attacked the game and fought hard. What
were you most proud of in sort of that period of the game, probably second and third quarter, where it was in the balance, but you're just able to almost grind your way into that gap?
And we spoke about that. That's probably one of the things I am most proud of, because it's such an important ability that it's not all free-flowing and nice and easy, that sometimes, and Firebirds are a good team and a tough team, and that you do have to be, it is going to be a bit of an arm wrestle at times, and your ability to keep composure, keep the focus. That might be a little couple against, but it just still staying into the next thing. So I am actually really pleased with that, because then eventually the openings come, as long as you keep that focus and tuned into the next thing in each other.
How significant do you think this win is for confidence moving forward? Like you've ground out that win, but now you can really start to build on that. You've got Giants and Mavericks in the coming weeks.
It is important. Winning is good for is always good for confidence. And I mean, have a rough couple of games over the last month, so it is important. And I thought that we had a good week, and I think that people felt good about what they were doing this week and what we were doing out on court. And to have a win reinforces some of the things that we've been talking about, and opportunity is all ahead for us. So, win, lose or draw, but it's in our hands what we do from here.
Joe, I'm not allowed to ask Simone about the final year anymore, because she's got enough questions about it. But I've got to ask you: did you feel like when the decision is now made public, do you feel like that's been a weight lifted off the players' shoulders now that it's open and you've got this final season together?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm the same as Simone. I feel like, yes, last week was really big news for all of us, but our focus has always been, as the sporting cliche goes, just week by week, game by game. And I feel like, coaching aside, we really hadn't been happy with some of our performances as a team and individually. I feel like we had a bit of personal accountability there, and looking at how our structures work and what, team defence other teams were applying to us, and how we could work around that and be more creative and really, have the skill execution out on court that we pride ourselves with, and Simone has well drilled into us over many years. So I feel like that's where all of our heads were, and I feel like we got the result today because of that.
And what did you feel like you rectified today that probably hasn't been there from the early rounds this season?
I mean, we just stepped off the court and I'm a bit warm up here in Queensland, probably haven't acclimatised to the heat that well. But, I feel like that moving the ball around hands, having lots of options to the ball, the work rate to keep the ball down low and maybe not swing it as much in attack and defensively for us, really trying to shut down those options. They've got such a tall target in Mary down the back, so making sure our goalkeepers are protected, and then we're capitalising off missed shots and any loose balls and scraps that are out there on the court.
One of the big improvements was our centre pass conversion, our ability to score off our own ball. And there's probably still room for improvement in terms of scoring off gained ball, but the centre pass conversion was really good.
Yeah.
Sorry. You asked it. I'll stop.
How pivotal is that game, do you think, to your season? Because for both those clubs, just came in sitting on 2 wins. The loser was going to be 2 games outside the 4. Like you said, it really is in your hands now, isn't it, with a full round to go?
The important thing for us is that we enjoy that, and we think about Giants, and that's all that we think about now is Giants and building on that performance, and we keep it as simple as that, because there's no point in looking too far ahead, and if we do this and this and this and this, there's so many things can happen. What we can look after is our preparation and what we do next Sunday in Sydney.
Mm-hmm. because I guess it's pretty similar, isn't it? In the topsy-turvy first round, some teams, I think it's you and the Lightning are probably the only clubs that played Thunderbirds with Shamira and Fever with Fowler. But you can't afford to look back on that now, can you? It doesn't mean anything. You've just got to focus on the next 7 games.
Exactly. Exactly. It is as simple as that. And it is just Giants is our next game. Let's look after that one.
Was that your best performance of the season, do you think?
Today?
You were very good against the Swifts, I think.
Yes, I thought that there was some really good signs for us against the Swifts. I think today was in terms of the different elements of the game and the grinding at times, and then the flow and the finesse and the creative. So I think there was some strong elements across the board, our centre pass, but I think just the teamwork was really good today, and that's a critical part for us.
So does it almost feel like a click back into place, Joey, when you play like that, when those combinations start? It wasn't quite humming. There were real patches in that game where you wouldn't have necessarily been happy with the way things went. But does sometimes things click because there are so many of you that have played together for so long?
I mean, I feel momentum's a funny thing out on any sporting field, but for us, we probably line up quite well player to player against the Firebirds as well, so I feel like that is an aspect of today's performance. But there have been really good signs this year, and we played a really great game against the Mavs back in Melbourne a couple of weeks ago, and that was really good as well. So it's just sort of trying to get that continuity and consistency across the board going forward.
Just a final one from me. I know it is a bit boring, so let's see how exciting you can make it. But the intrinsic things that you're talking to the team about, Simone, on a week-to-week basis, the things that you can control, what are some of the key messages that you're looking at the moment?
To be honest, our main focus this week was about the teamwork and the connection and players' roles and what we want from each other, how we're going to do it. And our game will come from that. It was just that's been the focus for us this week. It's as simple as that. It was never about technical, tactical, all of that. It was about teamwork and the connection and the whatever that is.
Well, it is. I think I feel like it's hard to articulate sometimes on sporting terms. So you can look at the numbers, you can look at the data, and we've done that. And I think in terms of being out there on the court, sometimes you just can't describe it.
No, but it was because it wasn't never only in respect to that. It's not about technical, tactical because it's your heart and your team, and you care for each other. Your game will come from that.
Is this Vixens? Because when you guys play together and for each other, and Hannah came off, I think, and said, there's so many of you that want to play for Simone for the rest of the season, you would probably have to, you don't want it to be about you, obviously, but is that playing together?
Yeah, and there's an element of pride in our club as well. Simone has been at the helm for the entire time I've played for the Melbourne Vixens, and so many of us have been, fortunate to be developed from junior players and very uncoordinated defenders into so many of us being able to achieve our sporting dreams. God, the heat's getting to me. So, there's, it's all about playing for each other and playing for our club as well. We're very proud Victorians, so we love it.
Yeah.
It's almost, sorry, I just had one more on that. Like that higher purpose that you've got this season. Joe, we know how much you respect Simone. We could see, we've seen that throughout many years. But what would it mean to, end this season in the best possible note for Simone?
I mean, that's every athlete's dream. We all want to be holding that trophy at the end of the day. So I think.
But for more than just winning, this means more. There's more to it than just.
Oh, I mean, I care about every single game. I want to win every single game. I don't.
But is
Simone's
it more
the same.
special this season? Is it more special?
I think it's just business as usual for us, game after game, win after win, hopefully for the rest of the year.
And what we want to play, like whether it's a grand final, whatever it might look, we want to be playing our best netball, and that's what we'll feel good about. And that's what I'm looking for mostly. But everyone wants to win a grand final. Good.
It's probably a bit hot in here for me.
I wouldn't be happy about that. But next thing is Giants, and I'll just enjoy this.
at the airport pub.
Yeah, I think that's probably it, yeah.